Kicking off the second half of our massive show here, Only Fools Are Satisfied. We have retrosexual Anthony Green taking on Martin Stone.
And I have no idea what a retrosexual is. This is Stokely Hathaway back after a vicious assault, a vicious attack from Darby Allin.
I saw that, and I won't say that it wasn't necessary, but it was. So Anthony Green able to tie up here with Martin Stone. Not a smart tactic. Martin Stone is a very technical, sound wrestler, and he's about to pick apart AG's game plan. I'm sure he is.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't quite figured out what AG is. I mean, he calls himself the retrosexual, but I honestly don't know how that's going to come into play into this match. I mean, he looks like, Anthony Green looks like he's going to have a 2020 profile on him in like 10 years. What do you think?
Absolutely. I completely agree. Actually, I was in a car 2 weeks ago with Anthony Green. I was bringing him down to Chikara's Young Lions Cup, and he's one of those people. You may know a person who knows about Chikara. But Anthony Green is one of those people who sits in the car, puts on his headphones, closes his eyes, and won't speak to anyone for 6 hours.
I thought that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, if there are people like you and people like Anthony Green, and apparently you want to be associated with him, you can do that. But
oh yeah, because I'm a legend.
Yeah, you're a superstar. But being a man usually means you stay awake to make sure the driver's awake. He was a complete fool, a buffoon during and after the shows. Really made a bad impression, everything he did, because he just thinks he's a vet, but he's just a kid.
So I have newfound respect for Anthony Green. Thank you for that explanation and that bio. Yeah, I hope he wins tonight. I hope he beats this veteran Martin Stone. Even though Anthony Green is now screaming in agony, I think I see a tear running down his cheek.
Anthony Green is also undefeated here in Limitless Wrestling. Did you know this?
I did.
Yeah.
I actually do my research.
I know you do. You have a pile of notes there. And a very beautiful binder, might I add.
I mean, it's all Usher
Martin
lyrics.
Stone rolling Anthony Green through, looking for a stomp on the back of the neck. Anthony Green, I wouldn't put my finger out in front of Martin Stone because he'd probably break it right off.
Martin Stone looks very pissed off, and that's somewhat unusual because Martin is an easygoing guy because he knows that he can hurt people. And that look on his face is a cross between disappointment and just being pissed off to the highest level of pistivity.
Pistivity, great word there. New to the Webster's Dictionary in 2022. But Martin Stone is also poised because he's a veteran. He's been doing this for a very long time, probably since before Anthony Green was born. Anthony Green's only about 21, 22 years old. He's a young
child.
He's a young kid. But Martin Stone easily knew exactly where Anthony Green was going, able to counter it right into that wrist lock there. He's applying the pressure, 2 thumbs on the back of the wrist. Oh, a little cravat there from Anthony Green, going for that headlock again, but getting caught once again.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't think trying to out-wrestle Martin Stone is going to work here. I mean, Martin Stone is an international superstar. He's been all over the world. I mean, you have to look at this man. He is almost every week, every Wednesday on NXT. Like, I don't think trying to,
oh no. Yeah, I told you, don't put your finger out there because it's going to get broken. Anthony Green retreating to his friends. Barely Legal, Brett Domino, and DL. Don't call him the worst Hurst. I like to call those two the shit kickers because they always have those work boots on, even though they're about half their body weight when they put them on because they're such minuscule gentlemen.
I mean, but like, what's their role? Like are they the retrosexuals posse? Are they like his clique? Are they his bag carriers? I don't understand.
I'll tell you exactly because I'm a trainer at the New England Pro Wrestling Academy, which is
you train?
where 2 of these people are from, Brett Domino and DL Hurst, and they're just lackeys. They met Anthony Green, they thought he was cool, they thought he was funny, and now they just hang out with him, and they're getting a bad attitude just like AG.
I can understand that.
And there he goes again. That finger's going to be broken off soon.
I mean, if his fingers are broken, how is he going to shave that face and keep that disgusting mustache?
Disgusting mustache. Also, how is he going to apply his good vibrations? His finisher is a second rope cutter that he likes to use. How's he going to be able to clasp those hands and drive Martin Stone into the mat? Smart game plan here by Martin Stone.
I mean, at this point, it looks like he already has any fingers left to use. I mean, what a vicious uppercut. Like, Martin is just taking it to him. Like, all that frustration that he had in the beginning of this match, he's basically just letting it all out.
Absolutely. He's just driving those, the inner arm, the bicep into the throat on those uppercuts and just blasting AG and knocking him off his feet there. You saw the hair go flying.
I mean, I think that's fair. If you have hate in your heart, let it out.
Great reference there by Stokely Hathaway, but also a great move. AG rolls him through on the backside and kicks him right in the jaw, going for a pinfall. Barely able to grab onto that leg with his fingers, obviously in pain. You can see the wince on his face.
I mean, I have to struggle.
Oh, come on. Referee, turn around.
Wait, what's going on? I don't see anything.
You were on your phone. Stop texting.
No, I'm not texting. I'm looking. I don't see anything. What are you talking about?
MJF's 3 feet away. All you have to do is talk to him and turn and talk to him. You don't have to text him.
No, why is Martin coughing? I don't understand. I don't see anything.
The two of you just replied LOL to each other twice.
Okay.
Pay attention to the match, please.
I am.
Martin, Anthony Green throwing him hard into those turnbuckles.
I mean, he's
open fist right to the side of the head. Martin Stone trying to cover up, trying to keep
taking it to Martin. That's what I'm talking about. You're not going to out-wrestle Matt Russell, Martin Stone, so you might as well get in there, beat him up, bang him up, you know what I mean?
I hear
Take
you.
it to him.
And also you saw Anthony Green was applying a hammer fist there. He wasn't punching with his knuckles. You could tell those fingers are hurting him.
I mean, I'm sure it's painful for him to even attempt.
Oh, a little snowplow. We saw that earlier from Brett Domino on our YouTube exclusive match, and AG using it right there again.
I mean, he's still holding on to his hands, his fingers. I mean, and the thing is, it's like, what do you do? As someone who supposedly wrestled, you tell me, what do you do in that scenario?
I'm a 14-year vet, brother. All right. So what happens is when you dislocate one of those fingers, it goes back very easily. But those joints swell immediately because you grind them together, you hurt the cartilage, and they start to swell. They become very hard to move, very hard to clasp. You can see he's barely able to lift him to his feet. And he had no effect on his attempt to break the stone of Martin Stone's hands.
Yeah, because his own fingers.
Martin Stone apparently didn't get to a thumb because AG was able to apply it, much like your boy MJF, right to the eye.
MJF is a master at it. The eye poke god.
So
again,
wait a minute. Come on, Brett Domino's out there choking.
No, Martin Stone was trying to have a conversation to the outside. They didn't want to hear
a conversation.
Exactly. Like, I don't know what
with who?
About. The DL and Brett.
What do you think he's trying to do? Recruit them to NXT? Those kids aren't good. They're green as goose.
Listen, I think I heard Martin Stone mutter. I think I heard him mutter, "Hey guys, do you want some tea and crumpets?" And they were like, "What is that?" That's what I just.
That Stokely Hathaway, if he saw, I'm going to tell him after this match. Maybe he'll slap the taste out of your mouth. Maybe he'll slap that touch of gray out of your beard.
Whoa.
Right? You stop acting like a fool. Pay attention to the match. Let's call this like a couple of men. Anthony Green shooting off. Oh, nice sunset flip. Oh, the boy.
Get to the ropes.
His bum is out. That's his bum.
Well, this is a PG show. Oh my. There are children here. There are old women.
Up, you goof.
There are old women here. There are grown-ass men who are here looking at Anthony Green's bare ass.
Let's just hope he doesn't do the front end.
How quickly do you think this clip is going to be on Pornhub?
Oh, don't tell that to Joey Ryan. We'll have a little bit of litigation coming our way. Oh, Anthony Green.
Thank God he pulled his pants up.
Anthony Green able to get his posterior covered up there.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
He not only embarrassed AG, he was able to take the fight to him.
I mean, I think I'm going to sue. I'm losing my vision.
You're losing your voice too, apparently.
I mean, I just saw his bare ass. Like, I don't mind asses, but like Anthony Green's like, come on now.
It was quite tan. Oh, going for it. It looked like a Hurricane Rana off the top. Martin Stone. Oh!
What a punch.
Left-handed punch. A little bit of southpaw action here.
I think Martin is like, he's woozy. Like, he's glossed over. I think he's going for a crossbody.
You can't take it away from Anthony Green. He is technically sound when it comes to applying maneuvers, especially to take down someone like Martin Stone. Taking things out that maybe even Martin Stone has never seen in the ring.
I mean, look at DL and Brett. Like they're beside themselves. They want Anthony Green to hurry up and end this match. So
headbutt! They hit him right on the jaw. Anthony Green is wobbled.
Anthony Green is struggling,
rolling all the way through. Chaos Theory suplex.
Oh.
Anthony Green hard over on his head. Lariat, here we go.
What a beautiful lariat.
1, 2. Oh, DL Hurston, the right domino. Oh, he punched DL.
What happened? The ref
Right
slid out of the ring.
Punch. He knocked out DL. Oh, wait a minute.
What a bunch of buffoons.
Hey, you're out of here. Right domino. DL Hurst hit the showers again.
Then the Keystone Pops of lackeys. Terrible.
Martin Stone laying into him because he knows he had that match won with that Chaos Theory suplex.
Anthony Green going for a dive.
Big suicide dive. Wait a minute. Pitching him back in.
He knows it's his time. It's his moment.
Second rope. Cutter. That's the good vibrations. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, he kicked out. Oh, my God.
Anthony Green thought he had it.
Apparently, DL Hurst still at ringside. Only Brett Domino is kicked out.
I mean, Green is just, he's in awe. He's in shock.
Yeah, that's his move. That's what he usually he's finished everyone off here with that. Oh, we got a little bit of crossface action. We got a great hammer grip on there, right across the nose and jaw, pulling on his face. Anthony Green making it to the ropes. Oh, rolling him all the way through. But did he get him too close? Is Anthony Green too close? This is an 18-foot ring.
I don't think.
He may be used to those 20-feet rings at NXT. Come on, DL Hurst, get out of here. Get on out of here.
Martin Stone slapped the taste idea.
2, 3, Anthony Green steals it. He steals it.
Oh.
Laying in the punches, what's going on here?
Some would call that an upset. They beating the brakes off that boy.
Anthony Green and the shit kickers just laying it into Martin Stone.
I would run in and say Martin Stone.
We gotta
but
go get someone.
I can't.
We gotta get out of here and get someone.
I'm sorry, I'll let you use it all down. It should be pretty much good reason ritual, but alright. That's all good. Next time in front of you, I promise I will snap his teeth so far down his throat. He's getting his good fix in his food, screwing his arse off.